Greetings everybody, Q here once again with another video. And today's video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 quirks of the Camaro. So if you all don't know, I have a 2020 Camaro SS 1LE. And I've had it since December, and I had a little bit of time to figure out some quirks of the car. So I'm going to go over the top 5 that I noticed so far. So if you like what you're seeing, please give the channel a like, comment, subscribe, and browse some of the older videos I have. So let's hop into today's video. So one of the first quirks you notice about the car is the trunk open. So let me show you all what I mean. And pardon the dirty car, but it's gonna rain tomorrow, and it was snowing like a couple days ago in April. Crazy, I know. So this trunk opening, it's such a weird opening because you're losing a lot of usable space right here on the trunk, and it's not as useful as it could be if the tail lights were mounted up to the top part of the trunk. But there's a federal regulation stating that the tail lights can't be on any moving part of the car. It's kind of like my flex here. Tail lights aren't on the tailgate, and of course it's locked. But the trunk opening being this awkward, like I can't even put the tires that come on the car. These none of these wheels fit in the trunk, and I do have a set of snow tires. They're all over here in these bags. I can fit one of those in the trunk, and the only way that'll fit in the trunk, it will not fit through this opening here. I have to go in through the back seat and fold the seats down and slide the tires in the trunk from the inside of the car. So yeah, the trunk is pretty big for a car this size, but it's just the opening that makes it less useful than what it potentially could be. Alright, so since we're on the subject of tires, I'm going to go into the number 2 quirk about this car, and that is the tire pressure monitoring system. So I have 2 sets of wheels for this car and 2 sets of the tire pressure sensors. So every time I swap the tires off this car, it'll be fine for like the first 40 miles, and then after 40 miles I'll get this notification. I guess it loses its calibration for all 4 wheels. So let me show you. So unfortunately I can't show you it being okay, but at the moment, every time I start the car, I got to deal with this notification, and that's due to the fact that I swapped my tires. So to get rid of this, I'm going to have to go back to the tire store and have them recalibrate it. But I think I'm just going to buy the tool myself, so I don't have to deal with them, and I'll just start swapping my tires myself. So every time I get in the car, I have to cancel that message. So now you can see I don't have any information about what the PSI is for my tires. And then I got to look at this telltale over here that I have something's wrong with the tires. Okay, so the number 3 quirk that I noticed about this car is with the climate control. And I generally keep mine on the same setting, but now it's a point in Michigan where it's getting warm and cold, so I like to keep my heat on in the car. But it's kind of confusing with the well, it's not confusing, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So when I put it in auto mode for the climate, you can see this light under here. It automatically turns the AC on. So, but it's cold outside. I don't want the AC on. So I press the AC button to turn that off. Now the automatic turns off. So it's like, is it still in auto mode, or like what's blowing out? I don't know what's blowing out right now. And then the light here for the power, it's indicating that, I don't know, this is confusing too. So I guess that means that it's on. But if I turn it off, these go off as well. But if I turn it on, I have no idea what mode it's on. But if I'm not paying attention to that and look at the climate, the little climate pop up, it'll tell me that the fan is in auto, and the fan speed is auto, and where the air comes out of is auto. but I don't know how the car thinks and which vents it's sending it through. Is it defrost or what? But yeah, I generally don't like that. And if I press auto again, it turns it on AC. That's just confusing to me. I don't get this part. Yeah, so I just normally keep it on my feet anyway when it's a little bit cool outside. If I want to adjust the fan speed, I do that. But auto mode, it's a little bit confusing to me. Alright, so my fourth quirk about this car is the drive select mode. So and I mentioned this before in another video, but it still kind of gets to me a little bit. And none of these are deal breakers. Like if you're shopping for a Camaro, these are just minor nitpick things, just quirky things. So if I shift it to track mode, let me zoom in. Track or snow and ice mode. So see, I'm in track mode now. And if I do an ignition cycle, which is turning the car off, and then turning it back on, it reverts back to touring mode. So that means right now my valves are closed, and I got this tire pressure system again. So now my valves are closed. Instead of having the car being able to stay in track mode, you can only have it start up in tour mode or sport mode over ignition cycles. If you do it in snow and ice mode or track mode, it'll revert back to touring mode. Now I was reading some forums online, and they're saying that it might be due to the fact that due to emissions in certain areas, but I don't know. I just want track mode when I start the car. So my fifth and final quirk is with the PDR. So the PDR is you can only set it manually to turn on. So it won't turn on automatically over ignition cycles in the car. You have to manually adjust it. And I think that kind of sucks because I feel like they missed they dropped the ball with that. Because it could have been a dash cam. Because it literally is a dash cam. They could have had it automatically set up once you start the car, and I think that would have been a lovely feature to have. And I hear the new C8 Corvette has that. But anytime that I want to set the PDR in this car, I have to manually go to start recording. And I just feel like this could have been an automatic dash cam just to record upon startup. And I hope they drop software to do it, because it's such a simple thing to write in a line of code. And I know because I'm in the automotive field. But yeah, that's just something that could have brought a lot of value to the customer for little or no work, but it's just not there. Oh yeah, I lied, it's 6. This little thing talking about gears equipped for fuel economy, this ain't the car for all that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my top 5 quirks of the 2020 Camaro. Hope you all enjoyed that. But like I said, if that's the most that I can complain about, or the most quirky things about the car, then it's still a phenomenal car, not a bad car at all. And me saying these things by in no way, shape, or form am I like ragging on the car. This is the best car I ever owned, and I might keep it for the long run, but I don't know. We'll see how things go. And yeah, for the 2020 model year, I don't even know if they're selling that many of them, because when these came out, GM went on strike like immediately after they were rolling them off the lot. So when I bought my car, they didn't have that many to choose from. And then coming into this year, I guess after production started up, as soon as it started up, it shut down due to this COVID-19 that we're going through right now. So it's not that many Camaros out there that you can buy, or it's not as many as there should have been, or the potential that they could have had out there due to all these strikes. And the plants have just been shut down for more time than it's been open for the model year 20 Camaro. So I'm going to wrap this video up and go back in the house with my family. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. These animals, man. It's a squirrel on the wire. And I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace out.